Coming up on Lexington Now, Tilly, the vapor dog. Parks gets your input to help make the parks even better, and a look back at the 3rd Street celebration. This and more up next on this week's edition of Lexington Now. Roberts, and welcome to another edition of Lexington Now, where we give you an inside look at what's going on around the urban county government. The Lexington Police Department has a new partner in the fight against crime, and her name is Tilly.
Hello, I am at-large council member Kevin Stinnett. Today we are here at Fayette Mall, and I want to introduce you to our newest police officer, Officer Tilly. She is a member of our K-9 unit, and today we're going to see if Officer Tilly can find me walking through the mall. We're going to walk through the mall carrying this bag, and we'll see if she can spot me with what's in this bag when I walk down this corridor. So are you ready? Let's put Officer Tilly to the test. Here we go.
Tilly's a vaporweight canine. We purchased the dog from AM Canine. She is similar to a normal explosive detection canine, and she searches vehicles, she searches buildings, she does area searches, she'll search luggage. However, the explosive or bomb doesn't have to be stationary. So if it's in a suicide vest or in a backpack or being carried through a crowd, she'll also find it that way as well. That's what makes her different. Vaporwake is sort of like if you're walking around and somebody passes you wearing a lot of perfume or cologne, you're gonna be able to smell that and actually look and go, hey, it's that female or that male that's wearing all that perfume or cologne. She does the same thing with explosives. I like working with Tilly. She actually helps me as a bomb technician on our hazardous devices unit. We use her for sweeps if a president or some kind of political candidate's here or any kind of something that would be considered a possible threat, she'll take care of it. I've already helped UK do sweeps at the football games, possibly be used at Rupp Arena. For most of the parades downtown and special events that happen downtown, we'll be down there. Just any large venue where there's going to be a lot of people coming to and from. Her alert, she doesn't really care what I'm doing. So if she gives a positive alert, she's going to try to take me towards whoever it is that's carrying it. It's important to have this resource because it is a possibility that something such as the Manchester attack or Boston Marathon might have been prevented if a dog like this would have been in use, possible. Not saying it's guaranteed, but definitely possible to possibly prevent something like that from occurring.
For more information about Tilly and the police department as a whole, you can log on to the police website. It's on the city's page, lexingtonky.gov. Parks and Recreation held a series of community conversations aimed at getting some citizen input on the future of the department and how to make the parks better for each of us. Here's more information about those conversations.
Well, tonight is our first community conversation here at Northside Library for Parks and Recreation and our master plan for the next 10 to 15 years of what the city wants to see in our Parks and Recreation and our programs, our facilities, whether they be our pools or our tennis courts, our basketball courts, whether it's youth programming, adult programming, equestrian or therapeutic recreation. We want everyone in the community to come out and tell us what they'd like to see in our park system. These events are so important to not only Parks and Recreation, but to our entire community, that we're serving what our citizens are asking for and what people want to see, not only in their neighborhood, but in their destination park, in the pool that they go to, or a program that they're involved in. We want that firsthand knowledge of what the people who are using our facilities and using our programs think about them.
You know, the parks, I've said before, are the heart of the community. And if we can make parks more engaging and have more features that neighbors value in their neighborhood, then we can get more people to the park and have a healthier community. Yeah, I think tonight's event is important because this is a way that we can show that, we're doing our best in this process to get community input. We haven't, the way these meetings are structured, you can come in, not feel pressure to speak or not to speak. You can go and look at specific items and give you feedback about how you feel about them and how you would like to see them continue or change going forward in our parks.
I came tonight to advocate for street soccer and futsal in Lexington, and also give my input from what I've seen at the parks here, and so that we can have updated and better parks for everybody, so it can be a more enjoyable space, and that we can, make it a place where people will get off of their phone and come out and enjoy.
So what I love about parks is that I think that it's a great space that is for everyone, that improves the overall quality of life of anyone who lives around the parks, no matter what your background or income or race or ethnicity is.
The Parks Department is going to use all of the information it gathered to help shape the master plan, which will make the parks even better for years to come. Last week, the city of Lexington celebrated all things 3rd Street, and it involved folks who love to frequent 3rd Street, businesses, and the neighborhood surrounding. The organizer hopes that this celebration becomes an annual event.
So the 3rd Street celebration is the brainchild of myself and Lindsay's efforts in thinking of a way to highlight businesses and organizations that call 3rd Street their home.
The first ever 3rd Street celebration was organized as a benefit to help the Lyric Theater continue their work.
The Lyric raises all of our funds for our programming, which we offer 80% of our programs free and open to the public. So it's our endeavor to allow everyone, regardless of financial ability, to interact with the arts, because we really believe it builds confidence, achievement, helps your brain work and interact differently.
As a business, we're really passionate about having a caring community. So anything that we can do to support the Lyric, we believe in them and their endeavors. So we just want to have a time where we can celebrate all the amazing work that they do.
We are a very unique community on 3rd. It's very diverse and different, and so bringing everyone together around this central theme of celebrating the arts and the way that the Lyric serves the community is definitely what I'm hoping people walk away with. Working with partners such as the Green Lantern, such as 3rd Street Stuff, who's been a partner in the past as well, allow us to strengthen our reach in our promotions and marketing to get into different audiences who might not be familiar with us. And they also help support the workload and sharing and delegating tasks, because when you're putting on events like this, it does take a lot of heavy lifting. And so it is so amazing to find people such as Lindsay, such as Pat down at 3rd Street, who are passionate about creating this vibrant community and knowing that we can't do it alone.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for us, it's about community. It's cross-promotional. If we can help Blue Stallion, if they can help us, there's no reason. If we can all work together, it just benefits us all.
The event was a collaboration between businesses located on 3rd Street and other local businesses. Community partners in the event included 3rd Street Stuff, Fusion Gallery, Blue Stallion Brewing, and Doodles, all of which are on 3rd Street, as well as Kentucky Eagle, Republic, and Goodfellas Pizza. The event was held Sunday, June 25th at the Green Lantern Bar at the corner of 3rd and Jefferson.
So the Lyric Theater and Cultural Arts Center would love to say a huge thank you to the Green Lantern and Lindsay, and how they have been extremely supportive in this concept and implementing this idea. And if you're interested in learning how you can get involved at the Lyric Theater, you can always come down and visit us. We're located at 300 East 3rd Street. You can volunteer, join the board, a committee, help us make decisions as we lead in Lexington's historic East End. You can visit us on our website, lexingtonlyric.com, email us at support@lexingtonlyric.com, or give us a call at 859-280-2201. So we really hope to see you around, and know that we're always available and we're here to serve you. So thanks for your consideration.
Coming up after the break, we'll tell you all about Phoenix Forward.
Hello, I'm Detective Mark Thomas with the Lexington Police Department. You may also know me from Bluegrass Crime Stoppers. I'm here to talk to you a little bit today about a new texting system that we have available through any smartphone. In the body of your message, you can text LexPD plus your tip to crimes. When you're submitting anonymous information, we ask that you include several things that would help us conduct the investigations more thoroughly, such as a person's name, their home address, possible license plate numbers, any other people involved, or why you think that they're conducting the type of activity that you believe that they are. All of those things, no matter how small you believe they could be, are relevant to the investigation. So please include those. So remember, you can send your anonymous tip information either through text, you can call the Bluegrass Crime Stoppers anonymous tip line at 859-253-2020, or you can go online to bluegrasscrimestoppers.com. Thank you.
Cigarette butts are the #1 most littered item in Lexington. Filters in cigarettes are not biodegradable like an apple core. They can take up to 25 years to decompose. Please put your butts where they belong. Don't trash the bluegrass.
Welcome back to the show. Phoenix Park in downtown is offering some family-friendly fun this summer, and it's open to everyone. All of these events are a part of what's called Phoenix Forward.
So Phoenix Forward is just an opportunity for people to gather in Phoenix Park and of all different backgrounds or different places from across the county and the city to enjoy some time outside this summer. It's an underutilized park, and so we wanted to find some ways that could attract people down here.
You know, part of our initiative with the Phoenix Forward project is to revitalize Phoenix Park and increase our partnership with the Lexington Public Library. It's really a way to incorporate not only the library and the park, but it's a way to allow our downtown residents, our folks who work downtown, passers-by through the park, to be able to get more use of the space.
So we are looking at Phoenix Forward. We presented this to the Knight Foundation as part of the Knight Cities Challenge as a way to bring more energy and livelihood into these spaces. And like Monica said, we really want these to be great public spaces that everybody can enjoy, be that through the dog park or the family programming or the adult programming after hours, which is really kind of geared towards the young professional community. We really wanted to make these spaces more functional and inviting for everybody.
The public spaces downtown are really what helps knit the city together, and so it's important that we pay attention to those and help activate those and actively manage them, both as resources for the people, the workers, the community, the visitors, and everyone that's passing through our downtown. And so it really, a project like this just gives us an opportunity to test out new ways to do that, and helps us kind of link together our other partners like the library, the other surrounding businesses, the farmers markets on Saturday, a block away. For June and July this summer, Tuesdays through Thursdays, and on Saturdays there's going to be a variety of different events, both in the park and in the library. And so on Tuesdays and Wednesdays there'll be different activities for after work in the park.
There'll be a beer garden and programming from 4 to 8 for our young professionals.
On Thursdays there'll be more of a family atmosphere with inflatables, face painting to kind of coordinate with Thursday Night Live.
And on Saturdays, the Downtown Public Library will be working to program in the park and offer activities for kids and petting zoos and lots of fun activities.
As part of Phoenix Forward, Central Library has created a Discovery and Play Lab on the Central Library's second floor. That space is open daily. It will have weekly rotating activities. It has areas designed for babies and toddlers, areas designed to do different STEAM and artistic programming with children, and then also some gross motor skills. So the hope is that children and families can come downtown, be it for a farmer's market or a library program or whatever activities that appeal to them, and be able to learn and stay downtown a little bit longer and experience all the great things that Lexington has to offer. So all of these programs will be going on weekly throughout June and July. The biggest thing is to check out facebook.com/Phoenix Forward. We'll have daily updates there with weather and current list of programming.
Well, you may know that victims of violent crime can often feel isolated and alone in their struggle. But what you may not know is that the Lexington Police has an office specifically offering support to those victims. It's called the Victims Advocate Office.
I know it's a very traumatic thing that you've been through, and I want to make sure that you know that there are people out there that will help you.
Melinda Weathers is a victims advocate for the Lexington Division of Police. She and 2 others help victims whose lives have been affected by abuse.
We handle primarily domestic violence and sexual assault cases. We are expanding the program and starting to do a little bit more with elder abuse and vulnerable adults. When the police are called to a scene of either domestic violence or sexual assault, a report is taken. We get that report and we initially make phone contact with the victims. So basically what that looks like is we'll call them up and just say, I got this report, just wanted to check on you and see how you're doing and see what kind of services they might need. A lot of people don't even realize that there are any services available. They're just like, the police are gone now and I don't know what to do.
The advocates can also meet with the victims one-on-one to provide aid and share resource information. Some resources are outside of the Division of Police.
We work a lot with our community partners like the Sheriff's Office to get them protective orders filed, the county attorney if there's criminal charges that are going to come with the case, the shelter, Greenhouse 17 if they need a safe place to stay. So just a lot of different community agencies coming together to help these victims.
Advocate Letitia Hagerman says each case is unique, and so must her approach be to helping.
Wherever they are in their crisis, we just do our best to empathize with them and put ourselves there, and we offer whatever resources are available given their situation.
That includes helping victims who don't speak English.
Special Victim Section, this is Letitia. We do utilize a service, it's called the Language Line. So what we do, if we get a report and it looks like that person needed an interpreter at the scene, before we call them, we hook up with the Language Line and they make the call, and we have a conversation through an interpreter about what resources are available.
In addition to helping victims personally, they also help them to understand the criminal process. Many victims' abusers have been arrested and are facing prosecution. Understanding these procedures can be tough.
These are new words for people. They're like, what's a preliminary hearing? What's a pretrial? What's the grand jury? So we try to get in there as soon as we can and start explaining that to them.
Advocate Weathers says she and her 2 partners can be viewed as tour guides of the system. From getting information about a victim situation from detectives who are handling the criminal case to finding resources to help victims and their families, the advocates are on the job.
Yes.
For more information about Victims Advocate Services, you can log on to the police page. It's on the city's website at lexingtonky.gov. Now, just about everybody knows that cell phones and driving are a dangerous combination. But did you know that distracted walking is just as dangerous? It is. It's not so quite clear cut, but pedestrians distracted by their personal devices is causing some big problems. And now a new campaign is being launched to alert people to the dangers.
I work in traffic engineering, and we're a part of a pedestrian safety working group, which includes different divisions within city government. This is one facet of kind of the 3E approaches that we've tried to have, which is engineering, enforcement, and education. So this is the education portion of that approach to pedestrian safety. Well, what's going on today is we're trying to do kind of a guerrilla involvement of getting pedestrians involved with a marketing campaign of pedestrian safety. So this particular portion of this is cell phone usage is kind of on the rise, so we're hoping to encourage basically eye contacts and awareness of your surroundings. So when you approach an intersection or approach a crosswalk, you make eye contact with the drivers or the vehicles, and just in general be aware of your surroundings. So we have different messages, 3 different messages that we're trying to we're allowing the citizens to chalk paint down on sidewalks in different areas near the downtown area. We've had, in my opinion, a great turnout. We're actually almost out of paint. I think there's been over 40 people that have come and gone. Some have come on their lunch break, painted, gone out a few different spots, come back. We've had a couple families, so I think it's been a really good turnout.
While we don't recommend navigating the internet while walking, we do recommend navigating the streets of downtown on foot. And did you know that there are wayfinding signs throughout downtown designed specifically with pedestrians in mind? And they make downtown more walkable than ever.
Have you ever been walking around downtown and tried to find your way around and wish there was something that could lead you in the right direction? Well, now there is. Installation has started on new wayfinding signs designed to make Lexington a more walkable and pedestrian-friendly city. More than 50 signs will be installed at 25 major intersections throughout the downtown core during the first phase of the Walk Lex program. During the second phase, at least 64 additional signs will go up at 32 intersections near the University of Kentucky and Transylvania. All the signs are expected to be installed within 4 to 6 weeks. The signs will give pedestrians directions to major landmarks or districts, and they will indicate how long it will take to walk there, such as Rupp Arena is a 4-minute walk from a certain location. The WalkLex program will also be key to helping visitors navigate the city. The idea began in 2013 as a pilot project under Leadership Lexington, a leadership training program. For more information about the WalkLex signs, please visit downtownlex.com.
We've got several televised government meetings that will be happening this week, including the Budget, Finance, and Economic Development Committee meeting on Tuesday, the Board of Architectural Review meeting on Wednesday, and the Board of Adjustment meeting on Friday. You can catch all of these meetings live as well as our other programming on Channel 3 or online at lexingtonky.gov. Well, that is all for this week's edition of Lexington Now. We'll return next week with more news from your urban county government. But in the meantime, you can keep up with what we're doing by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can also get 24/7 traffic updates by following us on Twitter. Our handle for that is @LexRex. Or if you're one of those folks who likes to see exactly what's going on with your own 2 eyes, you can log on to our live interactive traffic cameras. They're on the city's website. You know where to find us, lexingtonky.gov. For the staff and producers at GTV3, I'm Sherelle Roberts, and that's it for now.
The preceding program was produced through the facilities of GTV3.